before you ball, and then take a little bit of the money and save it,
Crawl
and then do
before
something
you ball, because wealth whistles and money jingle jangles and screams.
Buffie Purselle and Bellemeade.
Hey y'all, hey, I have not been on YouTube in this capacity in a minute. I have been growing my channel by leaps and bounds with my YouTube shorts. The good thing about my shorts is I can use a good old filter and I ain't got to put no damn makeup on. So I put some lipstick on for y'all today, but we're going to talk about this Kim Zolciak Biermann, Croy Biermann home foreclosure situation because it's timely. The recession is nigh. I keep trying to warn everybody about that in all of my social media posts. Everybody's like, Buffy, you're such a Debbie Downer. You're such a Debbie Downer. And it's not that. I'm just trying to prepare y'all. I mean, you see all these companies left and right are laying people off. You see egg prices are insane. You see them burning down egg factories. You see burning down cattle allegedly. Like all this stuff. These are signs that this isn't the time that we need to be out in these streets spending. And listen, a lot of y'all got mad at me about Beyonce concerts, and I'm like, Beehive, calm down, because I'm the president and founding member of the Beehive. I've been to every concert. I paid to be at Beehive stage left every time. She danced in front of me and my staff when I took them and sang. And I love Beyonce. But right now, them tickets is high. Not our high, is high. They high. They high. People can't even afford food right now. People can't afford housing. So, okay, that's my soapbox. Let's get back to this Kim and Croy Biermann situation. So, before, they've been in this situation before where, she went on social media and was like, haha, I'll still be in my house. And I'm for people keeping their home. This isn't really like a shady kind of posting. It's more an educational thing, but months later, you're back in the same situation. And so where you may have cured that little $300,000 loan that you got from someone allegedly, and they had attached it to your title and sued you, now Truist, formerly known as SunTrust Bank, want all their money. They want the first and second mortgage of $1.6 million. The sad thing is this house is allegedly worth $2.3 million. So you have all this equity and you may lose your home. The thing for me is back in, I believe it was 2013, according to court records, this is all public records, Kim and Croy did a loan modification. So they were back, had behind 2, 3, 4 months back then and did a loan modification. The way loan modifications work is the bank will work with you. Most banks don't want to foreclose. It's like a headache and drama, and they, want to make every effort. Not all banks, but some banks want to make every effort, especially with luxury homes, because it's hard to move them mugs, to keep you in the house. So that what they'll do is they'll work out a plan with you and say, hey, this is what the initial balance is on the mortgage. These are all the payments that are in arrears that you have not made, and taxes and fees. We will tack them in to one big lump sum payment. And basically it's kind of like a refinance, but not like a full refinance. And so then you pay this new payment. Well, the problem with loan modifications, and why I've always told clients over the years, if you don't have some plan to bring in some extra money, that's not going to work. You're going to be in the same boat in a couple of months. Why? Because if you can't afford to pay the current mortgage, how you going to pay the new mortgage where they done tacked on what you didn't pay before, plus fees and all that? It doesn't make sense. It's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of bankruptcy of chapter 13. I'm a huge fan of chapter 7. If the ish hits the fan and you can't pay your bills, right? I know it's hard. I get the emotional attachment to vehicles, to homes. People have kids. It's your way of life. But should you stress yourself out to death just to keep a house or to keep a car? For what? You know, I would always say, file 7, wipe that mess away and keep it popping. That's what a lot of other people do. They wipe that mess away and start anew, right? Instead of trying to do a chapter 13, where again, like a loan modification, you get a temporary reprieve while they're working on it, but then they take all your debt, mix it all up, and then come up with some new payment so that you can pay on the back debt and your current debt. And if you can't pay your current debt, how you gonna pay all of that? Now, listen, if you smart and you got a plan like I got to raise at work, or I'm taking a second or third job, or I'm gonna move some of my family members up in this house and they gonna pay X, Y, and Z that's gonna help me pay this extra payment, or I'm gonna sell my car, or I'm gonna do something where I'm gonna have the money that's coming in to meet this additional financial requirement, then do you, boo. But if you think that doing a loan modification or filing bankruptcy chapter 13 is going to change your life miraculously and get you back on top, I've rarely seen it done. And yes, I'm sure there are going to be some people in my comments that say, Buffy, I did BK13 and it saved my life, saved my house, and we did well. You were probably someone who was already financially responsible and you had a plan. Most people file for that stuff to get a reprieve from the phone calls, to save that damn house. And so they can just, not deal with the emotions that come with financial stress. But it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you get a reprieve for a few months and then you're back in the same place or worse. I'm really concerned right now because a lot of people are 2-3 months behind on car payments. All of the consumer reports are saying repossessions are about to be on the rise. And, I've been really upset to see these people who bought used cars and financed them for 6, 7, 8 years at these high interest rates and are paying like $1,000 a month for a car. For a vehicle? For a regular car? Like, y'all, let me tell y'all why the Fed keeps raising interest rates and why inflation is the way it is. It's because nobody stops shopping. No matter how high they keep raising these rates, folks still in them stores, folks still charging up these credit cards, and baby, credit card debt is at an all-time high. And all signs point to a really bad recession. And I'm not trying to like make people feel horrible or things are bad. I feel like I'm an auntie to y'all. Y'all are my nieces and nephews, the people who subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. And this is the same advice I'm giving my Durham family right now. If you can't afford the house, let it go. It ain't worth. Think about how much stress you're putting on yourself to keep a house. And listen, I know it's hard right now in these streets. It's difficult to find affordable housing, and I get it. But you're setting yourself up for failure if you cannot currently afford your current payment. If your credit isn't where it is, and it's not going to be if you've been behind, you can't refinance to a lower rate. Plus, rates are crazy right now anyway. The smart folks listen to me, and over a year ago, refinanced and got them darn 2% interest rates, 30-year fix. Don't ever refinance. Keep that 2% rate. Don't refinance your house to try to get no damn money out of it. Keep that 2% rate forever. Put that house in a trust and be done with it. And once you put in a trust, you can't refinance it no way. Right? If you listen to Auntie Buffy and did what I said and damn near got a free mortgage, put that house in a trust and keep it popping. Okay? So you're not in these situations. Find other ways. These children on social media making all this darn money. Y'all got personalities. Y'all are smart. Find your niche. and pimp these companies and get them to pay you when you on social media for hours every day anyway. Even at some of my damn employees, I have to be like, get off that social media. You know, I'm a social media person, and get back to what I was paying you for. We be on there all darn day. Find a way to pimp that system. That's why a lot of people aren't going back to work with this great resignation, because they on OnlyFans. They pimping reels on Instagram. I don't know what TikTok doing with money, or they're getting brand partnerships. And quite honestly, you do not have to have no 600,000-700,000 or 1 million followers like macro influencers like I do. Really, they want to work with micro influencers, people who have 1,000, couple thousand followers, because they know that those people trust you. They're probably really within your orbit and will buy what you promoting, right? And I ain't gonna get on the whole farming thing. Like, child, I'm gonna do a whole thing about the Black farming family in Colorado, I believe, that, you know, has 1,000 acres of land, and these folks trying to take the land from them. Because I have told y'all for years that the flex in this world is land. The flex in this world is owning your own land with water on it. Got you a well, baby. Because the next problem, the next commodity is water. Mark my words. The water wars have been going on. And I know Auntie Buffie's talking about a whole bunch of stuff. But all I'm trying to tell you is, please heed the warnings. Please stack your money. Please prepare your family. And again, take the emotions out of when you get put in a situation like Kim and Croy allegedly, but not really because it's public record, are in, and make the best financial decision for your family. Life is for living. It is not for being so stressed out trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep up heirs, because everybody is struggling right now, even wealthy people. That's why they laying everybody off, because they got to make their shareholders happy. They're cooking the books by laying everybody off, so then it looks like the company's doing well, essentially. And when companies are doing that, we darn sure need to be cutting back. All right, I love y'all so much. I promise I'm going to start going live again. Somebody tell me about a damn filter or something I can use, because I know y'all going to be talking about, I should look a mess. But I love y'all. Crawl before you ball. These my glasses, MRSMD. $39.99 on my MRSMD website. Yep, I'm pimping my stuff. That's what everybody else do, just like I told y'all to do. And y'all can buy my book on Amazon to help you with your finances. All right, smooches, love y'all. And for everybody that's wondering about my Instagram, Auntie Buffie be telling too much of the truth. And so my Instagram got taken from me, my verified page. So now I started a new page. It's probably got about 35,000 followers, and it's growing. It's at MRSMD. And I hope y'all will join me there until they get rid of that page. All right, smooches. Love y'all. Bye.
Please crawl before you ball, and then take a little bit of the money and save it. And then do
Before
something
you ball, because wealth loses and money jingle jangles and screams.
Buffie Purselle.